Here's Johnny.
I want to be the sequel.
Hello there, and happy Halloween, everyone. Today we are going to be doing something not a little, different. Because today I'm doing something completely unscripted, and I'm going to be, as it says up here, every horror film I've seen, I would be doing a tier list, and I've got every single one, as far as I can remember, for my letterbox list, which has every single horror film I've seen, I think. So basically, you know how tier lists work, so let's just get into it. So let's start with the first one, which is A Quiet Place Part 2. This one is difficult because it was good, but like, I don't want to say it was underwhelming because it wasn't necessarily underwhelming, it just wasn't as good as the first, and it definitely could have been better, and it was just basically like a middle part of a trilogy thing. Like, it didn't really further the story as much as it should have, so let's place it in C tier, not a great start. Black Phone. The thing is, I would put it in B tier, but like, it wasn't anything special. It wasn't like spectacular or amazing, you know? However, it was really good, and I do think it was better than A Quiet Place Part 2. But A Quiet Place Part 2 is a lot better than a D spot, so let's put it high C above A Quiet Place. Candyman, also C tier. I don't know why we're starting off with all the C tiers, and the next couple are going to be C. I see one that's going to be much lower. C tier. Candyman is low C tier, high C. It's about the same place, The Quiet Place Part 2 for me. I thought it was really good. I thought it was cool, except it felt pretty rushed at the ending, and that's about it. Nothing too special, but still a pretty good film considering the horror reboot trend. I think it's one of the best, if not the best horror reboot, at least that I've seen, as far as my memory. Carrie, low C, high D, It's difficult, because I haven't seen this film in a long time. And I remember liking it, but low D-ish? I remember it was a cool shot, but like, high D. No. Low C. They're not ranked in any specific order. I think it's like, I don't know. I think, like I said, Candyman and A Quiet Place Part 2 are up together. Conjuring 2, E tier. This movie sucked. I don't care what you say. Coraline. This isn't a horror film necessarily, but it was still really good. I don't think it's perfect. It was a little slow. Kind of just kept going, but A tier. Nothing. It was not like perfect, but it was pretty good. The Vivitch, or The Witch, also A tier. Really good movie. I don't really remember it that well, but Hereditary, S tier. I will not elaborate. Quiet Place Part 1. Ooh. Let's go A tier. A tier. It's really good. Halloween Oh. Ooh, we're already here? Before the other two? Oh, jeez. I enjoyed it more than The Conjuring 2, but The Conjuring 2 is technically a better movie. Let's put it in E. Yeah, because there are worse movies. There are worse movies on this list. Nope. Solid. See, it's a mix between a low, mid A to a B, because it was really good, but it also kind of took its time. Let's go with low A, like low A. Shaun of the Dead, S tier, great horror comedy. Ooh, The Sixth Sense. I really like this one. I don't really remember it that well, so I'm gonna put it in high A. But when people asked me about it, I did say it was perfect, and I raved about it. But I don't really remember it as of right now. So let's go high A. Doctor Sleep. I really like this. The director's cut is absolutely amazing. If this is the director's cut, which I don't see. The thing is, if I put in A, like I probably enjoyed this film more than like I put it right here for enjoyment. But with everything considered, I'm gonna put it in B because it is a great movie. But like, I don't know how to explain it. Moving on, because I don't want to drag this video out for God knows how long. Psycho. High A tier. Let's go right there. Great movie. It's Psycho. Come on. It's Psycho. Zombieland. Okay. I really like Zombieland. I really like Zombieland. So let's go. At this point, A tier. I really A tier. It doesn't matter where it is at this point. It's just if it's on the tier, it's on the tier. I really like Zombieland. I think it's a really funny movie. I really like Woody Harrelson. Really like Jesse Eisenberg. So yeah. Zombieland double tap. This, on the other hand, not terrible, but could have been better. So it was just a lot dumber than the first one. Not terrible. So I would put it up here. I don't know. It's not as good as the first one. The first one has this quality. Maybe because it ends at a theme park and I'm a sucker for theme park finales. I should watch Child's Play 3. Mad God. I'm gonna put this one in B for the sole purpose that I was expecting it. It is expectations. This is entirely my fault, but I was super excited for it because I really like stop motion. And then it just kept going, and it just started being weird out and got kind of slow. I respect the hell out of it. It's like it was a 9 out of 10. It's now an 8.5 out of 10. Spectacular film. But it just kept going. I thought it kind of like dragged on at the end because it was more substance over style. And that's exactly what it was. It was an exploration of this super wacky and grotesque world, but like, it didn't need to be that weird and boring, you know? Okay, not weird. I'm fine with it being weird. It was just kind of boring. So, actually, no. Let's move to A tier. Because the process is just incredible. Because it's over 30 years. Spree! C-ish. Just plop it right there. At this point, I'm not ranking. Just C-ish, like, right there. I don't know. It's fine. Poltergeist. Solid B tier. Really underrated, but also kind of overrated. It's super funky. The Lighthouse. Oh, this one. Hot take. When I first watched The Lighthouse, I thought it was a little... I've only seen it once, but now over time, not rewatching it, but over time, just like looking at different scenes, realizing stuff about it, realize it's a lot better. So right now, when I rewatch it, it'll probably be higher. I'm gonna put it in. Oh, this is so difficult. Let's throw it in high B. Low A. Just A in general. It's fine. I'm just going to throw it right there because Mago's right there. The Thing. Nope, that's not what I meant to put. The Thing. S tier. Come on. It's The Thing. Death Proof. The first maybe 90 minutes is like hour 54. First 90 minutes are incredibly boring. But the last act is so ridiculous. Let's go with C tier again. Midsommar. This one is funky because I like this one. But it's really long. Let's just go with B tier. It wasn't... Hot take, I know, but yeah. Ooh, Halloween. Not the original. The original is... How far down is the original? Let's go with C tier. It wasn't anything special, but it is higher quality. Halloween Kills. Low D. Let's go with D tier. It has its problems, but it is... The kills are good. And that firefighter scene is really cool. Paranorman. Also, technically not a horror film. Let's go with B tier. B tier. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. S tier. No, I'm kidding. In all actuality, this film isn't necessarily terrible. Because even though it's really fun to watch, it's still a little cheesy and wacky. But the practical effects are really good. So let's just throw it in... It's so difficult! C, D, no, not D, C, Z, high C, D, B tier, C tier. Let's throw it in C tier. Scream. Oh, this 2022. Yeah, B tier. This is a really good movie. Army of Darkness, B tier. Silence of the Lambs. I think this film is highly overrated, but not bad. Actually, Army of Darkness is C tier. I think this film is just fine. So is Scream. Let's move some stuff around real quick. Okay, Spree. That's fine. Scream is C tier. About right there, about that ish. American Psycho. Another high C tier. I think this film is very overrated. I understand why people think it's good. I think it's a good movie. But I need a lot of these. They're probably lower or higher than usual because I just need to rewatch them. Scream, S tier, great film. Paranormal Activity. The first one is actually really good. It's really spooky. So, B tier. Bucket of Blood, high C tier. This film is crazy. X, about middle C tier, like about right here-ish. No, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, about right there. Happy Death Day to You. C, whatever. Aliens. Hot take. C tier. I think this film is highly overrated, but the ending is pretty cool. Pet Sematary. From Dusk Till Dawn. C tier. Oh god. Freddy vs. Jason. Oh, finally, a D tier. No, it's a C tier. There's a lot of C tiers because a lot of horror films that I've seen are just average, I guess. You know, they're not terrible, but they're not like amazing either. The Strangers. Another C tier. Jeez. Evil Dead 2. S tier. Ooh, Evil Dead 2 is an amazing film. Drag Me to Hell. Honestly, D tier. I feel like this film, I think it's a very fun time, but not good whatsoever. So D, let's go with this. Fun time. Average. Good. Great. Let's just leave it S. Holy Grail. What the kids these days call mid. And the last one, you'd have to pay me to rewatch this. Alright, there we go. I don't know why I didn't name those beforehand, but you know, it's a lot more fun doing it when in the video. The It miniseries. Yeah. I'll say it at that. Ooh! Ooh! This is an interesting one. Yeah, let's pop right here. Fun Time and Rob Zombie's Halloween. So, yeah, no. But, yeah, I don't want to say it's a fun time, but, alright time. A watchable, I guess. There we go. That's how we do it. Creep Show. Watchable, I guess. Halloween 2. Overrated, highly overrated. I need to rewatch it again. I haven't seen it since last year. The only Halloween films I watched were the new trilogy and the OG, because the OG is fire, man. But, yeah. Child's Play 2. Watchable. Friday the 13th, 2009. This one is really horny. Like, really, really horny. But the kills are really cool. So I guess it's what... If I put Rob Zombie's Halloween in watchable, Friday the 13th remake. My Friend Dahmer, it technically isn't a horror film. But... considering the current climate in serial killer media, it was average. It was alright. Let's move some stuff down a little bit, because now that I figure out exactly what I'm doing... Spree, watchable, I guess. From Dusk Till Dawn, watchable, I guess. So I need to move down. Freddy vs. Jason... Oh yeah, it's watchable. Very high watchable, I guess. Halloween 4, I don't remember this movie whatsoever. Let's just go there. Fear Street, yeah, terrible. I bored out of my mind. It's so dumb. I understand they're trying to do a return to form slasher, but jeez, it is not the way to go. Evil Dead, great. It's great. It's a classic. Huzzah. The Conjuring. Hot take. I think the Conjuring movies are mediocre as hell, man. I respect James Wan. I respect what he was doing, and I respect most of his movies. But The Conjuring, watchable, I guess. The Blair Witch Project, overrated as hell, man. It's not even watchable. I'm gonna put it in high, what the kids these days call mid. I respect it, but it is okay, let's put it up here. Almost unbearable to watch. Because it is watchable like it. Actually, no, it's still, I can still watch it, but it's not, like, amazing. I don't think it's as good as everyone else says. But I still kind of respect it for what it's done, because it's a very, very influential film. So, yeah, Friday the 13th, oh, jeez. Yeah. Halloween Ends was better. Let's just say that. Hush! I don't want to talk about that. Shopping Mall. Doo-doo-doo. Terrible. Malignant. Ooh! This movie sucks! It sucks! Leprechaun. It was really bad, but a lot of fun. So let's put it up here. Texas Chainsaw. Ooh, nope. Bad movie. Escape from the Mom. With it. Bad movie. Nightmare on Elm Street. Ooh. I need to rewatch this one because the idea of it is a lot more interesting than I remember the movie actually being. So I'm going to put it in high watchable, I guess, but that is, I need to rewatch it to get my full opinion. I think this one's Scream 2. 1 second. Okay, this one is Scream 2. I really like Scream 2. Let's go with good. This is a really good movie. I'm gonna put it great because it's not perfect, but I think it is a good movie. Scream 3. It's average. It's really dumb. I think this is the one that has the Jay and Silent Bob cameo.
Silent Bob, it's that TV news shit, Connie Chung.
Werewolf by Night. I forgot. Oh, I need to make a video on that. Sorry, Cooper. Werewolf by Night, I think, is good. Just put it about, like, right there. Really good for Marvel standards. Invisible Man, great. Horror, great. Not exactly Holy Grail. It's a little slow. Barbarian. This is Holy Grail. I watched this today for the first time, and oh my god. I'm not going to say anything about it. I might make a video about it on its own, but don't quote me on that. This is a really damn good movie. Exorcist. So boring. So boring. The Exorcist is mid. Night of the Living Dead, same thing. Halloween. I would put this in Holy Grail. However, the sequels, after rewatching Halloween, the original, it's kind of wearing, where, like, it is a great movie, it's super influential, but, like, I've seen it so many times where it could just be, like, background noise. So I'm gonna just put it in high great, because it still has some issue. I'm gonna put Barbarian in great, too. Because neither of them are perfect, but they're great. Jaws. This is Holy Grail. It goes on for a little bit too long. But other than that, it is pristine filmmaking. The Shining, same thing. Absolutely spectacular movie. Children of the Corn, on the other hand, not on. Watchable, I guess. It's whatever. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is Holy Grail. Spectacular filmmaking. Really dumb characters, first act. Really good filmmaking, especially horror filmmaking. Get Out, same thing. Get Out is such a good movie. It horrified me. Like, it got me shivering, man. That doesn't happen that often, man. Especially in horror movies. Us, it was good. It wasn't as scary as everyone said. Probably because I got the plot twist spoiled. Cool ideas, just very bland and, I guess, predictable. Candyman, great. Absolutely great. Fun fact about the original Candyman. The first time I watched this, it was after, something. It was like a competition or something. I wasn't in it. I was going to it. And we went to, like a Fuddruckers after. And I got it felt like a foot tall chocolate shake. And while I was drinking that, the scene where the bees come out of his mouth played. And I almost vomited. It was very funny. The memory of it is a lot funnier than the day, though. So let's just say that. It Chapter 2. Wait, is Scream 4 not on here? Alright, I might be missing a couple of movies, guys. So Scream 4. See, the thing is with Scream 4, pretend it's on here. Alright? Scream 4 is not a good movie whatsoever. Actually, that's not true. It's not a terrible movie whatsoever. That's what I meant to say. But it's not a good one. I would put it in the mid-section. It was my least favorite of the sequels. I prefer number 3 and 2. I really like 2. Why don't people like the second one so much? Speaking of second ones that I feel like people hate, It Chapter 2. I'm going to put this one in average. Not that high, but about right there. It doesn't matter. Just throw it in there. It Chapter 2 is so underrated. This movie is so much fun. It could be really dumb, but I really like it. Okay? It's not, I understand it's not good, but it is a lot of fun, probably due to the nostalgia factor, because somehow this and the original, not the original, but the 2017 It, have this weird thing, probably because these were the movies that first got me into horror, this, Halloween, and, where is it? The Shining. The Shining was the first full-fledged horror film I watched. So, yeah. Maybe it was Jaws, I don't know, but I didn't really consider Jaws as a horror film then. Child's Play, the original, high good. That was a weird sentence. High good. High good tier. It's not great. I don't remember it that well, actually. Rocky Horror Picture Show. High average, overrated as hell. So weird, though. It's overrated in the way that I was not expecting it to be as weird and ridiculous. I underestimated it. I'll say that. I don't think it's necessarily overrated. I understand exactly why people love it. It's a whole, cult following thing. Because I have that for some movies. I'm a cult follower of Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. Because I have a feeling sooner or later that's going to be a cult classic. Because a lot of people don't like it. And I think it is so ridiculous. It is a great time. But Rocky Horror Picture Show, once again, respect it. Not really my thing. Also, real quick, I have a cut on my finger that's in the shape of a cross. That's a little funky. Alien, the original, the high grade. It went on for a little bit too long, as far as I remember. I saw it in the theater, because a theater in my town was doing a classics thing, because of the Phantom Events thing, which I'm so glad that company exists. The Phantom Events is such a cool and great company that puts on, classic movies, and I really like it, because that's how I saw Star Trek Wrath of Khan. Sleepaway Camp. This is a very interesting one to end off in. I think it's not necessarily a good movie, but I think it's a very interesting movie. I don't know how to explain it. This movie is just, it has this aura around it, and I just need to rewatch it. So let's put it in, see, it's not average, quality-wise, down here, but I had a good time, so I'm gonna put it in high watchable, I guess. So yeah, this is my list. I didn't really have anything horror-related to talk about, so I decided to make this video, and I feel like I had a fun time. Did you have a fun time listening to me ramble for a half hour or so? But yeah, that's all I got for you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great Halloween, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, Toodles!
Here's Johnny.